Good day, everyone. Welcome to Bard Speaks Tarot. This is a general reading and is for entertainment purposes only. Now that that's out of the way, let's see what Bird's got to say today. It's another lovely, grayed out Saturday. And then we have cross-pollinate with Gemini. So we're talking about, also card number 3, we're talking about communication. Of course, we're in Gemini season. Hello. We also have Uranus in Gemini, which makes things very interesting. Lots of fun. Probably expect some... probably not relationships, that's more like a Mercury retrograde, but some people from your past showing back up. And I don't believe with Uranus energy that it's going to be a lasting thing. So you may be connecting with people like you haven't seen since grade 6. Like, we're going way back. Also, you could be getting some fun, flirty messages. And I don't know why, but it seems from like far away, so some long distance stuff. But cross-pollinate, what this card actually means, like in the book, I believe, is to like collaborate with others. So, you know, as much as like I don't feel like these are long-lasting relationships or situationships, or like even like, you know, you're going to be speaking with these people on a daily, like back in the past or anything, it's probably good to collaborate. Bees build something together. The other thing I'm thinking about bees is you may be collaborating with an organization. Bees remind me of the hive mind, which remind me of organizations. And I think if you look at even royals and those societies and groups that you may or may not be a part of, if you're here, probably not. We've started our own group, I guess, eh? What's going on, Brain? So a lot of times I find sometimes like my overlying energy actually coincides together, and sometimes they talk about different issues. And the fact that I'm bringing that up now here in the reading makes me feel like today may be one of those days where it's speaking about different lines of energy, so possibly even different people. Let's see how that plays out. It could be all strung together. I know these cards don't want to talk today. You know, the other thing I just noticed with the bees, see numbers. So again, to me right away, I went to, I saw the 33. I also saw 27, which, you know, a lot of our musicians tend to die around that age. Seems to be an unlucky number. Lucky for some, I guess, maybe. 2 plus 7 is 9. Now, 6 plus 2 is 8, so we're talking also about karmic. I believe... Is this Metatron's cube? I could be wrong about that. Either we're talking about getting numbers, whether that would be really nice if it's in the bank account, but, you know, money's not everything. I do want to take a quick peek here. I know you guys hate when I bust out the book. I'm the same way, watch tarot. It's like, oh, hurry up. Okay. I didn't even really have to read that. Have you been seeing, like 222, 555, 1111? Because I find with my personal self that I go, you know, maybe a couple weeks or more, depending, without seeing any cool 1111s, 555s, things like that. And for me, I've been seeing them all over the place. Like the last couple days is just like boom, 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 boom. And it's funny because it kind of does coincide with other things that it's like I feel happening in a sense in the background. So you could be experiencing that yourself, right? Something about numbers. Now, that it could be like the numbers not adding up with this organization. Something's maybe not adding up. I'm also getting that. Maybe not with the organization, but with like the people, maybe your old friends, even. Like, let's get into this. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. So yeah, you certainly could be seeing angel numbers, synchronicities. It's certainly going to be giving you a heads up. Something's coming, right? And as I say that, I just kind of glanced over at this pile just sitting there, and the Wheel of Fortune is there. So I feel like something's in motion, something's turning. Whether like the numbers, like I said, aren't adding up, but it's like she's on the phone with her spirit guide. Her spirit guide's like this owl. Like, it definitely looks like she's on the phone. She's like, "Hey, what up, Hootie? Yeah, okay, they're doing more forest fires this year. Yeah, okay, they're spraying the skies like crazy. Is that why it's freezing? Yeah, why are they doing this? Oh, depopulation. Yeah, okay, so I was given a heads up. And you notice how she's enlightened. There's like this golden thing, like her spirit animal. Oh, I just realized bird is my spirit guide. So your spirit guides are trying to get your attention with these numbers. Throughout Gemini season, it feels beneficial to speak with people maybe like you're unsure about. And just remember, like, you don't have to ever say or do anything that you don't want to do, but I feel like instead of ignoring the call, you should answer the call, which may be completely out of your comfort zone. And I feel like I don't have to mention this, but maybe I shouldn't mention this. Oh my gosh. We have a blue moon going on. A lot of people like to use these things for magic, whether you're doing protection spells for the good or for bad. But I also did pull some charms, and I do feel like True Speaker, who's going down the rabbit hole, maybe, this isn't a new thing. This could be something you've been doing for a while. Like, you don't need to be told what the chemtrails and the glyphosate and the forest fires are all about. It's to move everybody into those 15-minute cities, right? You are highly protected. So these two charms came out together. This is you, Little Miss Alice, going down the rabbit hole. And this is like, it's funny because I feel like just like she's talking to her spirit guide, she's also being protected by her spirit guide. Somebody around you could be going through the dark night of the soul because, to be honest with you, I feel like you've already done so. Jeez. I keep dropping these. And when I say that, these two came out. So here's the butterfly is about transformation. And to me, when it comes out black, because I have lots of different color butterflies, but specifically when it comes out black, it's about the dark night of the soul and your growth and transformation after usually lots of drama. But you can't become your wise self, in a sense, without it. Like, it's hard to be grateful when you're in it about all the trauma that's eventually going to lead you to your highest self, let's say, your strongest self, your most intuitive self. Like, you're at this point, if you're over your dark night of the soul, which it seems to be, because this is like it looks like she graduated. Like, she's taken this dark night and she's, I don't know, let's say had a grain of sand and has made a pearl now. And she's now this pearl. She is now this unique, valuable person, right? And there's two peace signs that showed up. And then we have another butterfly. Personally, this yellow butterfly always reminds me of my mom because she really loved yellow, and when she passed away, she had yellow flowers, and she was wearing yellow, and but I feel like possibly a passed over loved one of yours is in peace. Maybe they've been like helping you get through this, and now that you're at a certain level, they can kind of rest, which is a really nice idea, right? It does look like somebody... We have a castle made of sand here. So something somebody's built, there's a little shovel there, something somebody's built is going to be falling down because it was made out of sand. They whatever foundation they've laid, could be this person from the past, could be, maybe not the person you're talking to, but somebody else from the past. To me, this is like a sex symbol. They may have chose to go with their lower nature to become whatever it is they wanted to become. And maybe you chose to go another way. Like maybe you thought, I don't care about popularity. I'm going to stay true to me and make sure that I love myself and not, just present boobs first. I don't know how to say that. And there's more to you than how you appear, even though you may be very beautiful. It's not the best thing about you, actually. So here, this one particularly reminds me of the Rosicrucians. It looks like the Rosicrucians cross. If you don't know what I'm talking about the Knights Templar, and those organizations. Organizations with popular numbers that I don't know why I'm censoring myself, but I feel like it's going to probably benefit me in the future on this channel. And then, of course, somebody is really honestly wanting to come in with some sort of love offer. I am going to take a quick sec to look up the blue rose because I know it is blue rose symbolism. I know that it's different than the other one. Than the red. The red is love. Okay, so somebody finds you to be an unattainable, impossible mystery. I knew there was something, and they love you for it. That's the thing. Like, they have a heart of gold, or maybe they're working on it. This could be somebody else that's going through a dark night. Who knows? But it does look like you may have, like, if these people don't, it's weird because I gotta tell you, you may never thought in a million years you would date somebody in one of these organizations, but it may actually be exactly what you need. I don't think they're all bad. I think that everybody's kind of been askew lately. I think everybody's been a bit brainwashed. I mean, they spend billions and billions of dollars on doing that, and they spent years and decades upon even a century knowing how to do that. Back in the day with those. I mean, I live in Canada, so we had a lot of those insane asylums. Oh my God, I can't say the word. So I can't remember if I shuffled, but this came out. Take action. Take action. Answer that call again. Maybe you're also starting something in the spiritual realm, because whenever you go through a dark night of the soul, you're not just anybody. If you're here watching this channel, either you own a deck of cards or you're about to. Because the call's coming in. Answer the call. Answer the call. Answer the call. I'm telling you, if your phone rings, answer the call. But also, if you're feeling called to do spiritual work, that's the whole point of all the shit that you've been through. That's the whole point. You're ready now. Okay. And let yourself be carried. So somebody, it feels to me, wants to come in. Obviously your spirit guide is going to carry you, but like these two bees are working together. Maybe even someone coming in to start a business with you. Somebody wants to work with you, not only partner up with you because you're a beautiful lady or a beautiful sir, but they want to, they just want to be around you, and like, who doesn't, want to be around this wise soul? And somebody who actually wants to do it right. Like, let yourself be carried. It's like, maybe this person's really big and you're really small. And this person wants to show you that they see you. And maybe they know more about what's been going on around you than you even know. So you could know that there's a lot being hidden from you. That's why your spirit guides are coming in like, hey, you got to get all your information this way. You got to pay attention to those signs and synchronicities because, that you were never part of the club, let's say. So I normally don't take 2 cards. However, we have the Otter Spirit, playful, family-oriented, absolutely not something to fuck with. They look like cute little water dogs, but man, I tell you, they will take you out. Especially those, there's really cute otters, and then there's not. I just seen actually something about this. I've seen quite a few otter things, so we should look up Otter Spirit. I know that they're really vicious and also really family oriented. And here's this is my spirit guide. He's all witty. I have lots of crows around my house. You probably do too. If you don't think you understand what they're saying, that's okay. But when they are cawing at you, they are giving you either like a heads up. Sometimes if you're really sad, they're letting you know that they're there for you. Because crows and ravens to me are just like cats. They have 1 foot in the spirit world and 1 foot out. They also have, in a sense, like a hive mind. Like if your ancestors are trying to find you, or get a bird's eye view. Your ancestors always know where you are. But if they're trying to get a bird's eye view of they can see 10, 100 steps ahead, right? Like that's how you're so protected. Your guides literally are seeing you 10 steps ahead. And they know how to block like your enemies, right? Otter Spirit. If this reading does get too long for you, please just come back later and finish her up, I sound so Canadian. And if you hear rumbling in the background, it's the cat. Say hi, Cleo. Say hi, Cleo. And then the snake is snake over there. Oh, Otter Spirit, I pulled up those bracelets, which I love, actually. So somebody wants to play with you. Deep social connection. So it's like, maybe they're this person and you're this person, which is obviously 2 really different. And I'm just noticing that little bead of water on the raven, which is a very strange detail. And we also have calm waters in the background. We have ever-flowing fresh energy. They both seem to be in the same, like, I guess this would be like fall. So maybe your temperatures are similar. Meaning maybe you guys, like, you don't know each other at all at this point. You know of each other, but you don't know each other. But maybe you live very similarly. I'm not saying a lot of words right tonight. And these cards all pretty much have, well, I thought they had different backgrounds. Never mind. Or borders. We have a harp. I'm pretty sure harp is like love music, is it not? There's some sort of path that wants to be walked together. And then abundance. There between you there is abundance. So it sounds like this may be someone you're gonna grow a business with. A couple businesses with. Answer the call. It keeps pointing me back to that. Answer the call. Gemini, so being this is Gemini, I feel like this is happening in Gemini season. So you guys could be maybe connecting. Again, I'm noticing the phone. You could be connecting on the phone first. How do we know this other bee? How do we know this other person? There's another person. Tell me. Oh, dang. Like, you know, this other person through. I'm almost getting like a past life. Like a do-over. I mean, you know this person from betrayal. Now, this here could literally be, because they're both air signs, right? And Gemini is considered to be a little bit two-faced. Two-faced people. I hope my love reading, which I normally don't do. I was trying to be positive, because everybody's like, oh, you never have good love readings. Well, you know, here we go. But this could be somebody trying to get in away with that by something that they're saying. It really does, like, this is like all the things they're saying about you is trying to kibosh this. So you could be talking with more than one person from your past. Somebody could be an air sign. And you know that this air sign has absolutely done this to you. You honestly could have even had a dream. And the reason why I say that is because I literally had a dream. It was the Queen of Swords sitting on her throne, and she opened her mouth, and it just was this gaping hole, and these daggers started flying out. And I knew in my dream that they were directed towards me, but I also knew that they weren't going to hit me in my dream. Like, I wasn't worried about, like, dying in my dream, do you know what I mean? And then again, we have another, somebody could be spying on you. Whether that be online or in person. This person from your past that did all this to you, they might just be watching and waiting to see if, like, your funeral's coming. Because they've apparently done a lot, either to get you in your head or to, make you feel like you really don't want to be here anymore. Or, start enough stuff where people look at you in a way where you want to go run and hide. And that's the truth, right? They could have even been paying people to help with that. Let's get that Ten of Swords back out here. So, a Gemini, from the Ten of Swords. Tell me about this numbers. Oh, so I woke up with a scratch on me this morning. You think it came from one of those swords, huh? Maybe. Because the last couple days, On one of my handwritten cards, it does say somebody's trying to get you back into past energy. So if you, due to people always doing this to you, weren't coping very well, and had to work yourself through a lot of maybe bad coping mechanisms. You could have been using drugs, alcohol, anything to cope. Maybe you were even someone as a young teen who possibly was cutting themselves. Teens do that too, and I say teens, I've never seen a grown-up do it, but hopefully anybody who's a cutter has made it to be a grown-up, because that's just practice. They usually cut on the wrong side to kind of get brave enough to do it on the proper side, right? And it is a pain release. So there's so much pain inside. It's like bloodletting. Like back in the day when you had a headache, they would pop like a hole in your head and have blood squirt out, and that's supposed to be relief for a headache, right? People thought your blood was poisoned back in the day, so they would do bloodletting to have you feel better. In a sense, it's weird too, because I remember when I did it that I didn't know anybody else in the world had ever done it. I thought it was really special to me. So it's funny because I woke up last night with a scar on top of a scar from that. And so it really, with that handwritten card, one of these came out, and or kept coming out, saying they're trying to get you back into past energy. So, I gotta tell you, I don't know where that came from. Yeah, my cats don't sleep in my room because they wake me up. So, they're kind of trained at this age not to do that. Like scratch at the door, well, they do scratch at the door, but they don't sleep in my room. So, I guess this wants to come out. This person who Ten of Swords to you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, is... there's an air sign, possibly a female, who's been doing this for maybe 17 years or more. For a very long time, maybe since you were 17, could be honestly younger. Whoever's doing this, who's ever hung up in this kind of energy, is not a good souled person. They sold their soul a long time ago, apparently. Tell me about these numbers. Tell me about these signs and synchronicities that you're getting. What are they trying to show you? Woo, that there's a tower coming in? Alright. Who's the tower for? What's this tower? Tell me about this tower. What kind of tower is it? Tell me, bird! I'm getting really aggressive there. Come on. Tower's gonna be bringing justice towards this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius who's done nothing but bring harm. Now, justice could be literally in the form of something legal in the justice system, considering that they obviously stole something from you. That's why, with this type of slander, with this type of slander, this would be why. That's why they did it. You had something to steal. Whether that be spiritually, say you've been gifted since you were a child, but you're only starting to figure that out now because you've been under some program implemented by jealous family members, or, geez, even the government could know who you are. Like, this rabbit hole goes deep. This rabbit hole goes real deep. Owl Spirit. What's the call? What call is coming in? Now, this is the closing of a cycle. 2 + 7 is 9. So the call is going to be ending something. The devil. I just saw the devil. Did you guys see that? What's this call about? What's this call coming in? What do you want to talk about, guys? This is advice straight from Bird. What do you want to talk about, Bird? You did a good job holding down the fort. Now, you may need to do it again, because if this kind of tower is falling into this Gemini's, this air sign, probably a Gemini, like with all the swords on the board and literally the Gemini card. And with collaboration, they worked with people to steal this. So you had, it wasn't just one person coming at you. It was multiple people coming at you. And it could have been up to 9 people coming at you or 8 people coming at you. Like, it's funny because it's like they hunted you they literally burnt your shit down. And they still want to burn your shit down. And it's funny because I'm noticing, man, be careful. I just saw, and again last night, alright, so right as I was falling asleep, where I get a lot of information, a lot of downloads, I kept kind of waking back up because I kept hearing like to me it sounded like a hissing, like a ticking, a hissing, like it sounded like an outlet. It sounded like the start of an electrical fire. That's literally what kept me from falling into sleep. I was and then I had to get up and check my fan and check my where my alarm's plugged in. Because I don't keep my phone in my room, and neither should you. Don't keep your phone in your room. I don't care if you gotta chuck it out the door, have a little, a blankie outside the door and just chuck it. Cleo, she really wants to see the snake. She's just staring there. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Okay, shiny squirrel, stop being distracted. I'm sorry. You guys, my animals are always very distracting. Right, Cleo? So this tells me that, you need to stay spiritually fit. Which kind of, in a sense, reminds me of a strength card. Purity matters. Okay, people are like, oh, I'm empowered. If guys can go around doing whatever they want to do in the, love life area, then I can too. If they're not, degraded and put down, then no. They are. Guys can be dirty too. People may not talk about it as much, but I don't want to date that. It reminds me of the strength card, because the strength card came out and she's wearing all white, and her strength is in her purity. So the 9 of Wands is telling me that you need to be strong coming up, and your strength lies within your purity. That can also mean cleanliness. If your house is messy and you got all this energy coming at you, because these people are probably pretty upset that there's a tower coming. And the type of people that mess with you your whole life, they also read cards. So they can see the stuff. They also, the number organizations or the brotherhoods or the fraternities, they use divination. So they know about this tower. They know justice is coming. So they are, this is the last fight. Probably not the last fight, but this right now is definitely telling you need to protect yourself. So, dude, keep your legs closed. I mean, answer the phone, but don't, run head over heels willy-nilly towards anybody. But your strength is in your purity. It's held within your good heart. Everybody thinks you gotta be bad to beat this game, but you don't. That's actually the easy, cheap way out, right? The real power is holding your own. Having power over your lower vibrations, not being a gold digger, not, you know, giving it up too easy, not, you want to have a clean house. Have a clean house. Have a clean body, a clean mind, a clean house. Don't be watching scary movies and all that stuff. Once in a while, sure, fine, you know, but the things you allow, and music, if you're listening to like dirty lyrics, and people talking about robbing things and murdering people and selling their soul, like that's all dirty. It's all dirty. It's all bad. It's all dirty. Don't do it. If you want to help yourself, if you want to have a nice life, if you want to live in peace, you know, don't do that. What card was there? Guys, what card was there? I can't read it. I had a card, right? Oh well. You know what? If it's gonna come out, it's gonna come out. It wasn't the strength card. Oh, it's the nine of wands. Thank you. So you guys are yelling, it's the 9 of wands. So yeah, clean your house. Clean it. Deep clean it. Clean it again. Light some incense. Do some sage. This is a blue moon. Take a spiritual bath. What I mean by that, get some candles. Make sure there's salt in it. If it's lavender scented salt. If it's regular degular salt. If you don't have rock salt, use table salt. Get some salt in there. Back in the day when I was like very limited in resources, if I needed a spiritual bath, I would use table salt. It works. And also while you're in the bath, you know, make sure that you're, like if it's really simple, but you can have the vibration of love just by repeating love. Sometimes I like to picture myself as a Care Bear. And I build up this big ball of sunshine in my belly area and then I blast it out. And sometimes I don't do that because I'm really mad at people. But I blast it out into my house. But when I'm in a good mood, I also blast it out everywhere else. Standing around with my hips on my shoulder being like, Care Bear, stare. Alright, it's the 9 of wands. So... you got any other advice for me, Mr. Owl Spirit, Mr. Bird? Stay out of your head. Right? Because these people are worried about it. They're fighting. They know things are about to change. I also feel like they feel like they're almost there. Or maybe you feel like you're almost there. Maybe you've had some heavy weight to carry, but like... she's almost back on her spaceship. All the hard work is basically done. Like, she can see the end goal. Really wish I had that 9 of wands. Because I'm a Virgo and I need things to be organized. I can't just have that 9 of wands floating around in my head. I gotta see it. I got a fairly new channel, guys. If you could like, share, subscribe, that would be awesome. All those things really, really help. Comments, like, just drop a line, say hi. How did I miss that? Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's hiding now. Maybe it wants to come out later. A lot of wands energy coming out though. I keep seeing the King of Wands, and again, relating to fire, just like the 9 of Wands. Like, somebody, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, wants to come in and literally burn your shit down. I think that was even a title of one of my old videos. If you want, go watch that, because it probably is relating to this. What else you got for advice? maybe keep yourself a little bit, I want to say lay low. These guys will be unsuccessful coming after you. Though I don't want to like be out in the street like na 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 boo boo, you can't get me. Like they know you know. They know you know. But what I mean by lay low, like these people can do dirty things, like even cause you hardships by putting things in your tires and things like that. Just keep an eye out. Again, I don't think they are, no. I know they're not going to be successful with that Nine of Wands. The Sun reverse is not a good sign for them. Ace of Cups is coming out under Let Yourself Be Carried. Somebody does want to come in. You know, this King of Wands actually could be standing there watching your ship be burned down and wants to like get you out of harm's way. And I normally don't let anybody rescue me. I'm a self-rescuer. Let me see. Is this Ace of Cups legit? Like, tell me about this unconditional love. Tell me about this Ace of Cups, bird. Let yourself be carried by this unconditional love. Now that could be from Spirit as well. You and your family, which is, you know, your family could be you and your pets. There's a wind coming in. You know, I gotta tell you, I don't think this is your actual family. I think is like, this is what somebody wants with you, possibly this otter. Somebody who spends a lot of time by the water. Somebody who loves to eat fish. So you could be meeting somebody like one of those like rural people, or maybe not rural, like they might not be like, you know, live out in the sticks or anything, but maybe it's just like it's like a guy's guy, even if it's not a guy, like say it's a girl, but it's like, you know, somebody who likes to spend time in the wilderness. You know, maybe they do like a lot of like friends, I want to say like boys trips. Yeah. It's funny because I feel like both of you are really into nature. Like you might not even own a pair of hiking boots or a tent, but you might spend a lot of time outside. But this person is like hunter, fisher. Do you know what I mean? Somebody would like, they want a family with you. They want to, like, this is very protective energy. Now, it's a 7, which is also an unstable energy. It's like maybe they want to bring change to your instability. Like, maybe you're unstable in some way because you're always having to be in the 9 of Wands and defending yourself. You've done a really good job doing that, but this person just really wants to come in and lift you up and... I don't do love readings. If you've ever seen any of my things, like a couple have come up, but they haven't really turned out well. They start off good and then... Tell me about this otter and this raven. Ravens are very wise. So somebody here is very, very spiritually wise. Somebody, you know, somebody is very much connected to their ancestors. Somebody is, you know, it's like you're both connected to nature spirits. I feel like, you know, it could be, somebody could be an earth sign. Somebody could be a water sign. I mean, also giving this red fur kind of gives me maybe a fire sign. Stay away from this Gemini, though. Jesus. This is going to be a successful relationship. There's a Queen of Cups here, though, and could be a mother figure or a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio who's working with these people to put you in the Nine of Swords, so maybe you can't accomplish this, whatever that means. Maybe there's some sort of competition, whether there's going to be people competing for you or people competing for them, but it looks like somebody, somebody sees you and has picked you out of the crowd, and maybe sees you surrounded by these, surrounded by this organization, and they just want to pick you up and like protect you, or they don't. This is also feeling a little bit like the past. Tell me about this victory, the success. What does this victory mean for... Because I'm noticing there are also two people. I never take out two cards, but they came out together. There's also a man and a woman who have found success together. This Emperor could be a fire sign, certainly could be an Aries. Either wants to make this right, they want to balance this out, or they've been paid to balance this out. Oh my God, please don't make this a bad love reading. Is this Emperor safe? Is this Emperor safe? Is this Emperor somebody that's actually somebody protective? Is that a no? It seems like maybe you're stuck in your head about it. Like, it's like, is that him in the background? You're worried. This looks like the Five of Swords. I've never noticed that. Is that the Five of Swords? I really have to, sorry about flicking through the cards. I wish I could speed it up, but I need a new laptop to do any editing and stuff. Five of Swords. That, it does, right? Of course, it's always at the bottom of the deck, eh? Don't tell me I passed it. Oh, no, it's there. See? That's that one. See the little picture? That is this picture. So, this looks like a female as well. It looks like she's going to have to get out of her head. She might not be able to get out of her head. I mean, this keeps happening over and over again, right? Nobody wins here. That's the difference between the Five and the Seven of Swords. Now, in this picture, it looks like he did, actually. And it's also looking like he's got, like, this reminds me of the Knights Templar. Oh, man. Is this the guy coming in to finish the job? I know you're worried about it. What is the outcome of this relationship? What is the outcome for the female in this relationship? See, it could be to be determined. Well, it looks like so far the Emperor looks successful. I don't see a female in there. Emperor wants to... I mean, not all magic is bad. See, like, I gotta tell you, this is the card I relate to. My ruling planet's Mercury. I can't even tell you how much Mercury I got, but I do. I'm all up in my head. I'm the Nine of Swords on a regular basis. I feel very justified to be in the Nine of Swords after everything that's happened. But, the Emperor could be wanting to manipulate something. It looks like they're maybe even spying on this hermit, which would be you, by the way. Whether you're a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you're somebody that doesn't really get out much, we'll say. Somebody who has gone within, somebody who has... there's a group fighting here about some sort of illusion. This female seems to be wanting to manifest the truth, right? And move to calmer waters. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is turning. You know, this Emperor could be using love. This guy could be... I feel like this person's doing love magic. That doesn't work out. That's the problem. Yeah, they're part of this organization, right? Well, that's a bummer. I don't think, you know... I don't think free birds... Like, the bird is free to the land, the air, and the sky. Like, it's... I'm not sure if they would want to be manipulated in such a way. Still, how does this work out for the female? How does it work out for the female? She can be a sacrifice. Well, I'm very sad that that is the way that ended up. So I guess let's close out this cycle. Stay independent. You know, maybe you're meant to be self-made. You know, we don't need no man over here. Over there, wherever you are. You know, maybe call judgment on the situation. Your spirit guides are giving you a heads up, like, hey, they're coming in again. You know, they're trying to get you into a new cycle with the devil here. Using a honeypot. Stay balanced. Queen of Wands here in the background with this Two of Cups. Maybe the Queen of Wands has been the one trying to set up this relationship, this honeypot. Because you're the star and they would love to take you down. You know, the star is pretty intuitive whether you're a Queen of Cups or not, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You certainly can see the Queen of, there's no more sign more intuitive than the Queen of Cups. So, you know, create your own reality and don't let anybody come in and tear you down. You're already on your way with this Three of Wands. You know, the Page of Wands, they set out. The Two of Wands, their plan. The Three of Wands, they're already on their way. So you're already there. I don't think anybody really does win in this situation, because when somebody wants to control people, rather than, you know, like, I really, because I think this is how they want to present themselves, or how they're going to present themselves. But unfortunately, an emperor, somebody who's high ranking, like in an organization, they really are quite good at, they're usually pretty successful at manipulating people. And maybe they're trying to rank up even higher, maybe go from the emperor to the Hierophant. But, well, at least, I think this is how they want you. They want to see you being overindulgent, out of control, rather than somebody who is stable and, like I said, self-made, like this Queen of Pentacles here. Hold on to that stability that you've created for yourself. Take your spiritual baths. Listen to your spirit guides. Still, I want you to answer that call. Let everybody know, you know. I don't know. Do what you want with that, or don't. Maybe don't. Maybe stay out of the spotlight. You don't have to argue to win the war. Wars can be won quietly. But it'll be nice to know whoever is calling. You'll know where this is coming from within the next little bit. But I love you guys, and I hope to see you back here. Peace.